Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. So after a quick burst of gas yesterday, I'm back to something that I suspect is going to be a bit more difficult. This has been recommended to us by DJV, who did the puzzle that I really struggled with, I think 3 days ago. Oh, it took me 90 minutes. So if he's recommending a puzzle, well, I'm a bit concerned. Let's not beat about the bush. A bit concerned. This might be tough. It's called Parity Renban, and I'll go through the rules in a minute. Now, I am going to do a few birthday shout-outs. Now, bear with me. I am not as good as this. I'm not as good at this as Simon is. So what I'm going to do is say I'm really sorry to Constance, who we should have shouted out yesterday. Now, Constance, and I amend my pronunciation, I think her dad at least is francophone, and I say that not just because he hails from Longueuil, Quebec, but also because he described the cake planned as a 4-layer chocolat cake, which seems a very French spelling. Apparently Constance is named after the character in The Three Musketeers, who probably marries D'Artagnan. And her age now is the triangular number for 5. So you can work that out. Or it's 15. So also, another one I should have done yesterday is to Dwayne, from his son Derek, who says he's been a large influence in my life, fostered a love of learning in myself, and is a teacher doing the same for others every day, and turning 63 now. So happy birthday, Dwayne. I hope you're having some chocolate cake as well. And today, Elliot celebrates a birthday and turns the age where normal Sudoku rules can no longer apply. So very happy birthday to Elliot from your dad, whose name I haven't written down and have forgotten. So I'm sorry. There is every chance, by the way, that Simon will redo these birthday shout-outs when he's back and do them a lot better. I'm going to add one more because otherwise I'll forget tomorrow. And this is for Ella's girlfriend, Louisa, who's been watching the videos on the channel for quite some time now. She is turning appropriately 22 on March 22, and that's tomorrow. So happy birthday for tomorrow, Louisa. You'll probably see this on your birthday, given how late it comes out. Right, those are the birthdays. Don't forget to think about joining our Patreon, to think about subscribing to the channel, to think about watching ever more videos of us solving variant Sudoku, and also to buy our apps. We have many apps, although there won't be Renban. Oh yeah, wait, no. It's going to be our next app, or our next full app that is a line app. We're also doing a gas app that should be out fairly soon. So loads of puzzles that you can do on our apps. Do check out our merchandise. I'm going to go through the rules of Oddly Even's Parity Renban here. So normal Sudoku rules apply. We're going to put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. There's one black dot, and that indicates that one of those two cells is double the other. Now, digits on purple lines. This is not the normal Renban rule. Not quite. There's more to it, in fact, which is good. Digits on purple lines form a non-repeating set of consecutive digits. So far, so Renban. But adjacent digits on these lines must have different parity. So odd digits must be next to even digits and vice versa. So that's an interesting twist on the Renban rule. Never done a puzzle like this before. Suspect it's not going to be easy, but I am going to start now and you can watch me travail my way through it. Let's get cracking. So, this is a good long line, even though it's all kind of squashed up. How long is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cells big. Let's... If the colours alternate along it, then I can, let's use purple and green. I don't think purple is going to obstruct the purple of the colours. So if the numbers have to alternate, either purple is odd or green is even, or the other way around. So what can we find about this line here? Not much. If green was even, that would be all 4 even digits, because they're all, yes, okay, whichever. Oh, that's interesting. Right, whichever is even, this cell sees all of those cells. Because it sees all of the green cells and it sees all of the purple cells, either in the column or the box. So that is not, whichever of purple and green is even, it is not this. So that is odd. And I was hoping to get to a point of colouring all oranges, all odds orange and all blues even. And I do feel this is going to be a parity colouring puzzle. But that's all I can do. Now, I also know that on the black dot, one of those cells has to be even, because for one to be double the other, the doubling number must be even. What does that tell me? It doesn't really tell me anything yet, I don't think. If that's odd, and in this box we've got 3 green and 3 purple, then this is going to be 1 green and 1 purple as well. So if that's green, then we know green is even. And we would know that would be the same digit as that. I suppose if it's purple, it's the same digit as that. It doesn't really ring a bell for me. I mean, I've got 1 digit here that I know, 1 cell, not even on a line, and I know it's parity. Can't believe I'm going to have to go around the grid working out. Oh look, here's another cell that's interesting. That sees all 8 of these, doesn't it? 3, no, there's only 7 there. Bother. Yeah, but that cell's in an interesting position because it sees all 7 of the ones on this line. Okay. Well, that does... I'd forgotten about numbers. I've just been thinking about parities. Numbers matter too. So those 7 are either 1 to 7, in which case this cell that sees them all would be 8 or 9, or they're 2 to 8, this would be 1 or 9, or they're 3 to 9, and this would be 1 or 2. So this is 1, 2, 8, or 9. Now, was there anything back here about this cell? Yes. No. Well, these are the digits. Oh, this cell sees all the digits on the line. It doesn't matter that it sees all the even or all the odd. It sees all of them. That is 1 or 9. Because this line must be either 2 to 9 or 1 to 8. Is that telling me anything else in this box? I'm worried that I'm missing some very obvious inference with the black dot. I just don't know. It's weird. I think I may be meant to be finding... The trouble is you need long lines to get numbers like these. And there's only 1 8 and 1 7. I don't think any other line in this puzzle is longer than 5. Okay, well here's another slightly interesting thing. In row 5, those 2 must be 1 of each parity, so must those. Those 2 are clearly 1 of each parity from the colours. So that's 3 of each parity and an odd. This must be 1 of each as well. That might be interesting. If that's 1 of each, well, I can tell that, sorry, these 6 must contain 3 odd and 3 even. So those 2 are 2 odd and 1 even, but it doesn't quite get it done. No, I haven't found a break-in yet. Oh, these shapes are constantly repeating in the puzzle. Look at them. They're everywhere. What's up with those then? Something interesting about those shapes. That cell and that cell see all of the items on this shape. Oh, is it just about fives? Lots of these lines are 5 cells long, and every 5-cell Renban line has to have a 5 on. Okay, I hadn't thought about 5s at all. Right, if there's got to be a 5 in those cells, then neither of these are a 5. This is weird. Let's colour that yellow. The same must apply up here to that one. I think there's going to be a lot. Oh, this is a slightly different. It doesn't go out of the box, does it? So it's only that cell that sees all of the cells on that line. So I'm trying to now mark off cells where 5 doesn't go in yellow. Doesn't go there. Yeah, I think this might be relevant. There's got to be a 5 on each of these Renban lines except that one, which quite likely doesn't have one, but let's try and figure that out. So there's a 5 on this line, so that's not a 5. Is it about how many 5s can go in the grid? Like each, right, how many lines have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines that each require a 5. Oh, it has taken me a long time to notice this. So none of the cells that are not on lines can have a 5. And indeed, in this box, none of the cells on this little line can have a 5, and none of the white cells can have a 5, so the 5 is there. That's our first digit in the grid. That was the key insight, I think. That's really interesting. Right, now in this box, 5 can't be there or there, so it must be on this line. Right, let's get rid of yellow. Yellow's done its job, such as it was. I doubt that we're going to need to do that again. Now, 5's on that line, so 5 has to be on a line in this box, because in every box it's going to be on a line. But we've used the 5 for this line, so it's not on that line. That cell is seen by that 5, so it's on this line, but it can't be there. It must be there. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. 5 can't be there by sudoku, can't be there because that's on the same line. So we're going to get the same sort of thing. We get a 5 there somewhere. 5 in this box is now in those 3 cells, must be on a line, must be there. Now, can we keep carrying this around? Yes. Well, no, but those and those can't be 5 in the central box because their lines have used a 5 already. So the 5 in the central box is somewhere on this line. That's a bit less helpful than I wanted. Could it be there and in one of those two? I don't see why not. Alternatively, it could be in one of those. Oh no, that's fine. Yes, this line. Oh, that's lovely. Where does this line's 5? No, well, there is some reason. Hang on. What? I saw something a moment ago. What was I doing? I was saying, where does 5 go on this line? Must be in one of those 3 cells, mustn't it? Because this 5 sees those 2, and this line needs a 5. So that's not 5, and that's not 5, and that's not 5. So there is a 5 in one of those 2. That means the 5 on this line now has to be there. Ooh, we're getting close to what I wanted. Right. The 5 in this box, obviously not on a black dot, and that's off a line. So it's in one of those 2 cells, and now we know that the purple that I coloured here is odd, because those are both purple. So I don't think I can do the next 4 5s immediately, but I have now used this to discover that purple is odd. So let's turn purple to orange and green to blue. And my regular odd and even colours are now available to me. Now, even. Oh, that's even. That's not helpful. If that had been odd, I could have determined the parity there, but that's even. So actually, I don't know. Maybe that's not going to help. I might as well colour the 5s orange since I've got them and they're odd. And I still think that the parity colouring may be something that we have to do in this puzzle. But I'm left with 5s, possible 5s in all of these positions. I don't think I can really resolve those. Now, do I need to move up to 6s and 4s or something next? Don't know. I don't know what to do next. Right, need to have another little think. Boxes that are nearly full are interesting. So this one still looks very interesting to me. If that was 1, 2, or if that was 1, 2 as a black dot, that would have to be 1. That would be 2. 9 here. I don't know. That's not interesting. Thank you, credit card company, for giving me a passcode about 20 minutes after I needed it. Annoying. Oh, what have we got going on? Well, that must be, yes, if that's a domino and the adjacent cells also change parity, that's a domino and that's a domino. And that's a domino. So in this row, we've now got 4 odds and 3 evens. So that's another domino. I don't know how to use that. That's weird. I don't want to just mark it. I'd almost have to delineate it as a domino. Oh, these 5s are next to even cells. Why am I forgetting utter basics about the rules? Because I am a doofus. That is the reason why I'm doing that. These 5s that we've established are all, by rule, next to even cells. So now we know this is odd and this is even. This was a pair because of the count in the middle row. So that is even. These two are odd. Okay, this isn't 5. That hasn't advanced us. Good, not to worry. But we've got a lot more cells coloured now. Oh, and we can, once we're on a line, we can finish the blinking line. So those are all odd. That one's become odd. That one's become even. These are even. Right. That's done all the full length of all the 4 lines that I have definitively placed 5s on. Oh, this one, we know which way it goes as well, even without a definitive 5 thereon. Now, what else can we get done here? We've got that's 2 odds and an even. Oh, what about these 2? That's odd and even. Ah, so we've used all 4 blues in this row. 2 there, 1 there, 1 there. These are both odd. That gives me the whole parity alternation for the central box, and that takes 5 out of those 2 cells, which wasn't the 2 I wanted to take it out of. No, it is. There's an X-wing now on 5s there, and the 5 in column 6 has to be here. And that is going to give me some more parity colouring. Now, can I pick off any more 4 blues or anything? Oh, look at that. This is 1 of each. Where have we got? Look, okay, 1, 2, 3 blues, and that has to be 1 of each. So these 2 are orange. 1 of each remaining. Oh, this must be known because we've got 5 orange in the box. That's blue. This is known because we've got 4 blue in the box, so that's orange. These are going to be 2 orange and a blue. These are going to be 1 of each. Oh, irritating. 1, 2, 3 blue, depends on that one. 4 blue in box 7, so the rest is orange. 1, 2, 3, 4 orange, so a maximum of 1 orange here. Oh no, we know that that's a pair, obviously, of orange-blue, because they're adjacent. So that's the 5th orange, and this is blue. Right, for the rows, that's 1 orange and 1 blue, and in this row there's 1 blue and 2 orange. That uses up all 5 oranges in the box, if my count is right. 1, 2, 3, 2 orange there, 1 here, 2 there, that's blue, and that'll determine the alternation along this line. I hope I've got that right. It looks right. Okay, that's all the blues in the final column. They go orange, that goes blue, that goes blue. This one is orange, which is odd, which makes it a 1 or a 9, an extreme digit. Oh, okay. Well, yes, I kind of, because of that 5, I suppose I knew that this was either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8, 9, although I hadn't actually worked it out. So this is the other odd digit on the line. It's either 3 or 7. Wow, this is weird. Okay, but we're making progress. I feel like there's something going on here. Now we've got 4 orange there, so a maximum of 1 orange here. If there's a maximum of, 2 there and 1 there is 3. If we have the 1 orange there, this is 1 of each. Now, come on, what about this line? This ought to be a bit more helpful. It's the only line we haven't actually parity coloured yet. There's probably some obvious reason. So that's 1 of each. So in this row, that would provide the 3rd blue. 1, 2, 3 definite blues. At least one of these is orange. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some Renban work in a moment rather than just think about parity, but I would like to get this one done first. 1, 2 blue. So we need 2 more blue in those 3 cells. I cannot see how it definitely works. That's irritating. Okay, let's... Is it the 4-cell line? Or do we have to start thinking about extreme digits? This line has 3 blues on it. So does this one. Now what does that mean? It's either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that cell and that cell are both 3 or 7. They can't be 1 or 9, or you'd have the wrong count. Yeah, okay. So this is a 1, 5, 9 triple. And that means one of these two is an extreme digit. It's either a 1, 5 pair or a 5, 9 pair. These two are therefore either 8, 6 or 2, 4. Yeah, it doesn't quite do anything. Oh, we've got 4 blues on this line and only 3 oranges. Right, so these are also from 3 and 7. It's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 line. And these two that I've got highlighted are different. One of them is 3 and one of them is 7. Does that That doesn't actually do anything. Oh, interesting. Now, or does it in this box? We've got a 3, 7 there. If that is different from that, then that is the same as that. If that is different from that, then that is the same as that. I don't know. I don't think any of those rule each other out. I am interested in this 3, 7 pair. Why isn't that not a little bit more helpful? Don't know. So this is either 2, 4 or 8, 6. So the same must apply to these cells. They're either a 2, 4 pair or an 8, 6 pair. But it's slightly interesting from one point of view, I think. Because say this is the 2, 4 pair, then the 2 can't be with the 7 on the line. Because there's not enough stretch in a 5-cell line for that. So if this is the 2, 4 pair, 2 goes with 3 and 7 goes with 4 in one or the other order. Whereas if it's the 6, 8 pair, 8 can't go with 3, so 6 would have to go with 3 and 8 with 7. And that's going to make one of these pairs, 6 with 3, would make these a 4, 2 pair. But 8 with 7 would make these a 6, 4 pair. So in one of these pairs in the corner boxes, there's a 6, 4 pair. And in the other pair, it's a more extreme pair of either 6, 8 or 2, 4. That's really not very... It's not easy to understand. I'll say that. Do the possible pairs here have any reflection on the black dot? So I said the pairs were either 2, 3... 4, 7. It's no good. No, that's not. There's not quite enough information to be using there. Now I need to think of some more generic thing, maybe about the 5-cell lines. I'm wondering if they always have to have either 1 or 2 3s and 7s. Right, when there's 3 odds and 2 evens, as happens in several of these 5-cell lines, then the odds are either 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 7 or 5, 7, 9. Now, how can I possibly deploy that to my advantage? Well, a bit. Okay, I've seen one thing. In this bottom row, one of those is 3 or 7. So that, well, and that one will form a pair with that. So this must be 1 or 9. And one of these is 1 or 9, and this is an extreme. Okay, so those are either a 2, 4 pair or a 6, 8 pair. And they see both of these. This effectively forms a set of 4. That's interesting. I hadn't seen that before. That's a set of 4. The same's true here. That's a set of 4. They all see each other. Oh, I don't know quite. Yeah, it's different up there. So we've got one set of 4 digits here. So these have to be an extreme set. There is a 1 or 9 on this line. So this is either an 8, 6 pair or a 2, 4 pair. So these, again, are the other bit of the extreme set. They're either a 2, 4 pair or a 6, 8 pair. That means that these two are also, if those are 2/4, they have to be 6/8. They have to be a pair of 2 highs or 2 lows. Wow, I'm just beginning to understand that this black dot is the symmetry breaker. This is the one where, and the symmetry I'm talking about is 10 minus x, where whatever the filled grid is, the correctly filled grid, if that black dot wasn't there, you could subtract every number in the grid from 10 and it would still be valid as a Sudoku. Well, and obeying all the rules. Except that that's going to break it. I hadn't seen that coming. Anyway, this is either 2/4 or 6/8. That is also a pair of either 2/4 or 6/8. So now, I didn't really want to lose the orange and blue highlighting, but I think I'm going to have to. Oh, I don't want to take it away, but I need to know about highs and lows now. Okay, I'm just going to flash everything with colour. I'm very sorry for colourblind people. I mean, I've only got so many things I can do with the colours, but oh, goodness. I do want to keep the colouring, but I do also now want to observe that that's a pair of digits that are either both high or low. Let's put purple in there. Then these are the other. So these are polarity markings now. Purple is higher than 5 or lower than 5, and green is the opposite. So once they're green, those are purple. These two are green. They both see that cell, which therefore goes purple. So now this is one of each. That needs to be green to complete the box. That one, if that's one of each and that's green, that's purple, which also completes the row correctly. These two are one of each, purple and green, so that's green. So I should also do 3s and 7s. Now on this line, that's no good because there's one of each. They could be in either position. But here, we've got a set of either 4 higher digits or 4 lower digits. Once one of them's green, all of them are green. That means all the others in the box are purple. This is weird. This is getting weirder as well. But I think this is how to solve it. 3 purple there. Now, this is an extreme case because it's got 2 digits from green. So all the digits, if it's got 2 digits from green, but it's got 3 odds surrounding and bounding them, then it must have 2 green odd digits as well as the 5 on it. So those can't be purple, and that must be purple. And these are either green or 5, which doesn't get a colour. Oh gosh, this is so strange, but I think this is the way to do it. I mean, it's an odd puzzle. 1, 2, 3 purple, 2 green there. Don't know about that or that. Oh, but this is green, so 3 green and 3 purple. Okay, what about this? These two, oh, they're not 5s, they're purple. I should have seen that. So that's all the purples in the bottom row. So everything else is green. Now maybe these are not extreme cases. They have 3 blues on. So 2 of the blues will be one polarity and 1 will be the other. Come on, let's keep feeding this around. We've got 2 purples and greens there. This will have every polarity on it. I suppose 1 polarity cell will be missing. Gosh, this is a strange puzzle. Got 2 greens and 2 purples. We must have at least 1 green here and maybe 2. What about these? Or do I? One of these 3 7s is purple and one of them is green. Do they have to go with their corners? I don't think they do, because that could be 4, 5, and then these could be 6, 7, 8, and that would be a different parity from its corner. Ah, this is getting frustrating now. These... Maybe I know more about extreme cases than I'm realizing. Yeah, there's so many bits to keep track of. There's the parity, there's the alternation, there's the polarity now, but there's also the extremity or otherwise of the digits, whether we're using 1s and 9s or 3s and 7s, or pairs of 2, 4, or 6, 8, or one of each. Oh, wow, I'm getting heavily confused. Right, one of these is purple and one is green. Same is true here, I think. Yes. Don't see how to use this now. Oh, are these going to have to be the same? Do we know there's an extreme digit here? I don't think we necessarily do. This could be a 3-7 pair in a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mixed renban. It'd be quite odd if there wasn't a mixed renban somewhere in the puzzle. Sort of fully mixed with 5 in the middle of the sequence of consecutive digits. Come on, what next? This is absolutely intriguing, but it really isn't easy. One of these is 1 or 9. Be quite interesting if it was here, because that would form a pair there as well. So if that was purple 1 or 9, this would be green 1 or 9. Don't know what that means. I don't know what that means at all. It might be interesting, but I can't quite work out how, if it is. Now this is 1 green and 1 purple. But they're not seeing other 3 7s I have. Or are they? No, they're not. In this column, I've got 1 green and 1 purple, so those have to be different. In this row, I've got 1 green and 1 purple, so those have to be different. Since these have to be different, that means those two, A, B, A, B, yeah, those two have to be different, but I don't think that's telling me anything about row 1, column 1, even though it feels like it could. On this, do these have to be 1s and 9s? We've got at least 2 greens and a 5. So this is an extreme. This renban either has a 1 or a 9 on it, because I hope I haven't done circular reasoning in some way, but I'm pretty sure that these all have to be green or 5, and therefore it's a full set of either the 4 high digits or the 4 low digits. I'm suddenly having to entertain the thought of using placeholder digits, which I do not like having to use. I'd much rather get to this black dot a bit earlier than have to do that. Right, if this was 1, 2, that would be a 9. Yeah, I'm going to try and consider the 2 cases where this is an odd digit. Although actually, no, I'm not, because even if I could get through those and prove that this can't be 1 or 3 and that's even, I think that only tells me the parity of those two cells, which is not all I need in this puzzle at all. I need some sort of breakthrough on what's high and what's low. I was hoping that would provide it. I suppose one of them must be low, or both. Wow, so I'm going to need to extend this parity colouring all the way through rows 4, 5 and 6, and I've barely got it into them at all, the polarity colouring. I find that very confusing. Right, but I do need to think about it. Right, these 4 blues, no, they're not relevant to this, are they? No, they're not. Oh, come on, Mark. I need a new dazzling insight that I'm just not having. Ah, here's one. Okay, this is not dazzling, but it is a very small insight. There is a 5 on this line. Therefore, but there is also a 1 or a 9. Therefore, this is all extreme. They're all blue, or they're all purple, or they're all green. And I don't know which way round it is. Yes, I do, because those two have to be the same, so they can't be 3 greens in the same line. So this is a purple line, and everything that's not a 5 on it is purpley high or purpley low, and this has to be a 3 or 7. That's where I was actually starting here, because we have either a 5 and a 1 or a 9, so that has to link them and be a 3 or a 7. So this has become purple now. Now I've got a little bit of colouring into this central row. That goes green, because we've got the 2 purple blues in the row. Come on, we've got one. Oh yeah, these have both gone green in this box, so this becomes purple. Come on, we've got 1 purple and 1 green, so we've got 1 of each to go up here. Come on, I want to get 1 or 2 more bits coloured, especially there. One of these is purple. That's purple, but I don't. Does that this one has 2 greens on and a 3 or a 7. Yeah, so those could be 2 and 4. But if that was the case, this is going to have to be 6, and those could be 6 and 8, and that's have to be 4. It's different polarity from green, so that's purple. That's our 2 blue purples done in this box, so that's green. On this line, we've got the 2 green blues done. They're even, aren't they? Of course they are. So that is purple. But it's this one I want to know, and I'm not sure I can find that out if I'm only colouring blues. Oh, come on, think. 1 each of those, green and purple. Does that mean these are 1 each? Might do. Getting confused now. Oh, that's purple 3-7, so this must be green 3-7. That's interesting. That's interesting because does it mean this can't be a green line? Got 3 greens in the box. One of those is a 5, but the other could still be green. What have we got going on in the row? That's purple or green, obviously, but that is either the other colour or a 5. I just don't know where the 5 is in this central box. It'll be very annoying if I was meant to have worked that out somehow. I didn't think I could earlier. Crazy puzzle. So, one orange, one odd purple, one even purple there. That's not interesting. These two blue cells are green, so these two are purple. I've done all this. So we need a one of those, whichever one is blue is green, is green as well here. So it's possible for this to be blue, but then it's also green. And in that case, one of these is a high even digit and one is a low even digit, and then they have to be 4, 8. Now, alternatively, this is odd. They could be 4, 8 either way round, or this is odd, 1 or 3, and this is higher. Oh, this is even, sorry, 2 or 6. Now, there are still all the even digits possible here. 2 of them are high, 2 of them are low. And that, whichever one it is purple. And that's the other one. So, yeah, we know that the other 2 greens on this line, or the other 2 blues are green. Should keep trying to express myself clearly, although it's a bit hard with all the thinking going on. That really hasn't narrowed this stuff down. I mean, at least... No, it hasn't. 4, 8 is a possibility. Oh, goodness. Who's that? Right, I will come back to this video. Well, that interruption took a long time now. Well, we're considering parities and polarities and fives and things. Right. Now, I'm none the wiser. These are the evens. And that's a pair. So there's another even in this column, which is a green even. Oh, are these both purple? Don't know, they could be. They don't have to be both one or the other, annoyingly, in that column. What about the... one of these is blue, and whichever it is a green blue. I don't think that's useful. That's one of each. I'm going to have to work out the individual digits and colour them. This is just getting crazy now. I think I don't know. Oh, right. Yes. Well, here's a thought about this cell. If those are the same polarity and that's the different one, it can't be an extreme digit. It must be... If that's 2 and 4, sorry, if that's 2 and 4, that's 6, and if that's 6 and 8, that's 4. So that is 4 or 6, which is not a pencil marking I've put in any cell hitherto. Oh no, I was going to say that tells me what these are. It doesn't at all. One of them is 4 or 6, but the other is the same polarity and is 2 or 8. That's not actually any use. Maybe look across then. Oh, but I've got the... No, I don't know whether it's high or low. Oh, so stupid. Oh, whatever it is, this must be between these two. So it's the same polarity as those, so it's green. This is the opposite, so it's purple. And that must come between 2 even digits on this one. So that's purple, and that's green. And this is the 4 or 6 on this line. The line is set up a bit differently. Yeah, okay. Is that getting me anywhere at all? Doesn't feel like it is. One of these is even. And if it was here, it couldn't be a green even, because there's 2 green evens in the column. And we've had one purple even, but it could be the other. Yeah, it doesn't resolve. Bother. In this column, we've got 3 evens. There's one of each here. Oh, I don't know. Now that's the odd one out. So this comes between either 2, 4 or 6, 8 here. Yeah, that's not. One of these is 3 or 7. If it's there, it's obviously different polarity to that. Ah, maybe I need to look at these. Oh, hang on. Yes, no, it would have to be different polarity to that, much more obviously. But annoyingly, if 3 or 7 is there, it's purple. And that's green, so that's fine. Now, these aren't looking at particular cells anywhere. 3 7s. Dum dum. So, purple 3 7. Sorry, orange purple 3 7. Sorry, orange is always odd. So purple 3 7 is a very valid term, is in one of those cells. Green 3 7 in box 4. Ooh, where's that? It's not here. Green 3 7 is in one of those 2 cells. Obviously it's a 3 if it's here. That would be really useful to know. Then we would get all our polarities resolved. Tiny bit of extra parity resolved. But that could be green 3 7 instead, could it? That would make that green 3 7. Let's trace around where they'd be. Not on this line. Oh, no, 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 no. No, this wouldn't work. This is quite complicated, why it wouldn't work. Is this the only... This can't be the only way to find this, but I don't care, actually. I'm finding it, and that's good enough. So, this is green 3 7, and so is this. Green 3 7 must be in one of these 2 cells. If it was in row 4, column 3 here, then on this line, green 3 7 would be there. Now, where could green 3 7 go in box 8? And the answer is quite interesting. Because we've posited it here, it's already on this long 7-cell line. And the only place left for it is in row 9, but it can't be there because it's also here. Whoa, okay. So, I think that's the only way of getting there. Because just looking at those 2 doesn't do it. Anyway, that is not 3 7, that is green 3 7, and the only candidate from 1 3 4 8 is 3, and this does resolve our polarities and the black dot, and indeed the parity of these 2 cells. And let's see where that gets us now. Right, so purple is high, that's what we've resolved, and green is low. So let's go around where I've got possible digits written in and purple or green colouring and see what this might tell us. Please don't be that few. Oh, that becomes a 7 on the line, so that is high. This one is low, that's a 3. Gosh, so this is a 1 2 3 4 line. That's a 1, that's a 2 4 pair. 7 is in one of those 2 cells. In the odd one I would... Uh-oh. That's okay. Is that okay? No, that's not okay. Oh, can 7 be there? Have I... Yes, it can. Thank goodness. Okay. 7 is there, because that's even. So that's a 9. That's the last odd cell. This is a 6-8 pair in the box. Okay. 7 down here has to be there. Gosh, interpreting these colours, I mean, colourblind or not, it's quite hard to keep doing. One of those is a 7. Now, how are we doing for 3s? Or this line, which needs a 6 on it now. But these, they're all purple. They're all high. It's a 6, 5, 7, 8, 9 line, according to the logic I've done earlier. I mean, I'm going to have to trust that. That's a 9 then. That makes this a 1, which is low. That figures, it fits in. That is 6 or 8 as well. That is, yes, I can do lots of pairs of these things. So purple is high. So those are 2 even lows. These are 2 even highs. Yes. 6, 8, 3, 7, 1. So that is 2, 4 or 9, but it's even. So it's 2 or 4. And that is where 9 goes in this column. This line doesn't have a 9. In fact, this odd digit sees 3, 5, 7 and 9. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 line, and I get to put a 3 in there. That's giving me a 3 by sudoku here. I'm not going to colour new digits because I'm hoping I can actually remove colours instead. That would be more fun for me. Soon. Look, there's a 3 in box. Ah, no, there's nowhere for a 3 in this box. Oh no, what's gone wrong? Why didn't this logic work? That can't be a 3. That would have had... Oh, that is depressing, distressing, and sad. Just going to carry on for a bit and see if I fix this somewhere else, but it seems very, very unlikely at the moment. Oh, some logic circuit was blown there, wasn't it? 2 and 4 are here, so 3 has to be on this line somewhere up there. If this was all right, which it sadly looks now like it isn't, because I've got nowhere for 3 in this box. I want an orange cell, but that's messed it all up. That would be a 7. I'm just going to take this to its conclusion. That's a 1, 5 pair. That line has worked. 5, 6, 3, 8, 7. That is a 9. That's 2 or 4. That 9 keeps 9 out of there. That's part of a 1, 5. In fact, I've got a 6 in this row, so that's sorted out. 8 and 6. And that becomes a 4. These can't have a 4 on. They need a 6 and an 8. They are a 6 and an 8. So that is 2 or 4. This is so frustrating. I mean, it's wrong, but is there any chance it's fixably wrong? And the answer's... Could it all stem back to me making this cell orange? It couldn't, because this cell is blue. It doesn't, it's not that, is it? I'm going to rewind back to when I made that cell orange, see if I used it anywhere for anything obvious. I don't think I did, but God, that was a long time ago. Right, so we made that 3, we said that's orange. Then I wrote this in as orange when it should clearly be blue. I don't know what I did after that, but I doubt that it had any bearing, but let's just make that blue. Go back here and see if this works. I think I've gone wrong from before this, but I alternate parity on this line now. That is no longer blue. I mean, this isn't right because it doesn't work down here. Well, I mean, I could just go here and put in a 3 in this cell now, according to the logic I've done before. but that cannot be. So, okay, so let's go back to where I said that had to be a 3. Maybe this was wrong. Where was it? So I was looking at this cell and saying if that was a 3, that would put that as a 3. Green would be low. Now I thought the only place for 3, then I said this couldn't be a 3 because we'd have a 3 here. I said this line needed a 3 on it. And I said it would have to be here because the 2 low digits. Yeah, I mean, I still think that's right, annoyingly. But let's go from the alternative conclusion, which is that this can't be a 3 because it's a green digit. Maybe that's the wrong bit. Maybe marking that green is just bogus. How do I know that's green? I don't think I do. Is it because this is that? And they can't be here. They can be though. Yeah, this being marked green, that's not necessarily true. I concluded this a long time ago, earlier. Oh, because it's the 4th blue, but it's not necessarily blue. That is exactly the problem. I think these whole pencil markings are bogus. Let's just go back to this as one of each. Sorry, let me just, what did I have? That's blue or purple, that's right. But I'm taking out the numbers because I don't think that's necessarily green now. Okay, let's try it again from here. Now I can still probably say that this can't be 3 actually, can I? No, I just have less information now. So this digit must appear in one of those 2 cells. So maybe I now know it can't appear there. Because then it would be here, but it would also be here. Or would it be there? Maybe it could be here. Well, it can't be there as well. Right, this is all right. So if that digit was there, it wouldn't, it is also here. It's the orange, green 3 or 7. But it's not allowed to be anywhere here because of being on this line already. So it must be in one of those 2. And now there's nowhere for it to be here. Okay, so that is, it is in those 2 cells and it's not there. So this is the orange-green digit. This is now blue. This is a double blue. I'm going to say that it is 2-4 or 4-8. Oh, okay, this, well, and therefore it's got a 4. And this is a 6. And that is going to tell me my polarities. This time it might work. We've got a green is high, basically. Purple is, it is the opposite of green. Purple is low. So that's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 7. Now green is high, and that's annoying because I've thought in my brain the whole time that it was low. So green is high and purple is low now. There's got to be a 6 on this line. It's got to be there. That's okay. This must be an 8. This is a 2-4 pair. This even digit is probably 6, but let's, yeah, the the high blue digits that is high. That is not 6, that's 8. That's okay. So that's 4. This is working better. I like this. This might work. I actually think this might, I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous. This might go reasonably quickly now. I mean, it sounds ridiculous as I say it, ringing in my ears now. But let's keep going with the even digits first of all, because we've got quite a few of them now. That has to be 8. That has to be 6 because green's high. That is a 2-4 pair that I can't resolve yet. This is a 2-8 pair, but that has to be 2 because it sees a 6-8 pair. So that's 8. Then we're going to get 8 in one of these cells. 6 is in one of those. Man, I nearly gave up on this puzzle. That's 1, 5 or 9. I don't know which. This is hard though. I'm pleased though. This is even. That's 6. Now we've got 2, 4 and 8 to put in, but green is high, so that's 8. That's a 2-4 pair. Any more evens? Only these 2 4s to resolve in the final 3 columns. That's looking like a bit of a constant. These, what are these? That is a 2. This is a 6-8 pair that can be filled in. Right, now, no, it's not. They're not both blue, you numpty. That was right. This is, one of these is a 6. That's the answer. Now, so, one of these is a 4. That's here. This is, these are odd, and they are 1 and 3, aren't they? Can't be, yes they are. 1 there, 3 there. That's a 9. 9 is high. That's a 1-7 pair. 9 is high. There's another 9. This is a 1-3 pair. In fact, I can do them. That makes that 7 and 1. 2, 7, 9 here. Brain absolutely fried at this point, but we soldier on. That can't be a 1. 2, 5, 8. Now this line needs all its odd digits put on it. 7 can't be there or there or there. 7 is here, and therefore here in box 4, that's 1, 3 or 5. 8, 4, 7, 6, 3, 2. These are from 1, 5 and 9. That one is from 5 and 9. Now this line has got a 6 and an 8. It needs a 7. That's going to have to be here. Then these are going to be 5 and 9. They can't be 5 and 3. The Renban wouldn't work. That's a 1. That's not a 1. This line has 2, 4 and 3 on it. It does not have a 9 on it. Nice. Right. Most of these central rows are now done. 9, 5, 3, 1. Yes, just that 2, 4 pair left in the central rows. This is now a 1, 6 pair. Still haven't worked out the parity, the polarities there. 2, 4, 9, 1. No, the parities. 3 and 8. Right, they do them. So I am going to keep colouring polarities. Maybe I'll take out red, purple and green now. Is that worth doing? They're just messing up the picture. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So the way I'm going to do it is by highlighting this cell, removing all the purple, highlighting this one, removing all the green. There we go. Let's get rid of that yellow. I don't know why I left that in the grid from early doors. So we're just going to be blue and orange in the end. And we know that this is orange. So that's orange. We're alternating along this line. They're blue. That's blue. That's orange. This is therefore a 6. That's a 1. Now, the line has got 6, 3 on it and 5. It needs a 4. and then either a 2 or a 7, but it's going to be another even digit. That's 5. This is 4 and 2. Oh, this is not resolved. That's quite irritating. Never mind. This line, we still need to know its contents. That's a naked 3. This is a 1-9 pair, so there's an extreme digit on it. That is 3 or 7, and must be 7 because of that 3. So this is a 9. This is 6 and 8 in an order I can determine. That's 1. Still got those 2s and 4s. Ah, that 4 has sorted out all the 2s and 4s. I'm going to finish this puzzle now. Oh, I haven't had such a thrilling feeling about finishing a puzzle for a long time. Wow, this has been hard work. 2, another incredibly long video for me. Anyway, 3, 1. Okay, let's colour those orange and these blue. And now we've got just, well, not quite just a triple left. I've got some pairs to unwind. 2 and 4, 6 and 8. Now 2, 7 and 9. That's a 7. That one's a 9. Those two are orange. This will be the last digit in the grid. A blue 2 in the spotlight. Okay, that's not my actual time owing to the long interruption in the middle. But, wow, that is a good puzzle, but it's very hard. And I sincerely apologise to the colourblind, because that won't have been easy to follow what I was doing. I don't know another way of producing that, I'm afraid, without using that method or placeholder digits, which is, I was going to say equally unpopular, but actually a lot more unpopular in terms of it's kind of a total bifurcation, whereas we didn't have to use bifurcation this way. So I'm pretty proud of that solve, weirdly. It won't have looked a great solve. There was a big old mistake due to me miscolouring this cell, basically. But we got there in the end, and there's always a lesson in that. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again on the channel soon. Bye for now.